What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hybrid Guy YouTube channel. I've got a really exciting episode for you today. I do have a few things on the docket as far as doing product review, but also some major announcements from what I've been working on for the past little while. So let's dive in and get started. I want to thank you for joining me today. I actually have quite a few things that I want to talk about, and I'm going to be as open and as real as I possibly can with you as my viewers, because I want to go through a bunch of different things, which ultimately has led me to what's in these two boxes. And there's a lot of things that are tied around what's in here. If you don't already know what it is, well, stay tuned, you'll find out. But I wanted to make some pretty major announcements on what it is that I've been working on. I haven't posted a video in a while, and I've been getting questions like, "Hey, what's going on? Where's all your videos?" And there's a plethora of reasons why I haven't been posting videos, but it all comes down to really working on some bigger projects, and those bigger projects are aimed around something that's very personal to me, and that I will reveal at some point in time on why I'm doing what it is that I'm doing. Um, I'll talk about it today. I'll talk about the foundation today, as well as why I've put together a company that helps sell what's in these boxes, because I have an ultimate goal, an ultimate mission, and I feel connecting with my viewers and helping you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing to hit that ultimate goal will help you better understand why this is a huge part of that. So without further ado, let's talk about what I've had going on and kind of how that all came to fruition. So, what have I been working on that has taken me all this time and energy and everything that I put into? Well, it's actually a lot to do with what is in these boxes. But that ultimate goal, the highest achieving thing that I've been working on the most, I finally got some clarity on this year, and that's what I really want to share with you. That's why these batteries is one of the reasons these batteries are here. And these are batteries, by the way, if you haven't picked up on that. Uh, we'll talk about that in a moment. There's something that happened to me quite a few years ago that changed the entire course of my life, and it was at a point in my life that uh, it just restructured everything. And when I went through that moment in my life, it was incredibly difficult. And I went through these fundamental changes. I realized that I've been given something here in my life that I get to share with other people, and that's how I fix things, how I repair things, how I am able to teach and to educate and to do those things. And that I'm now realizing that's an actual gift, and not everybody's going to learn from me and absorb what I have to say. Not everybody's going to be agreeing with me in my opinions and things like that, and that's okay. But I do feel that there are some people that will understand, and if that's who my audience is, great. I'm not looking to convert every person on earth to my channel. I'm looking for those who find what I have to say interesting and have conversation built around that. And this life experience that I had helped me understand how to connect better with people. And I feel that through the media that I have here, I'm able to do that. And so I want to talk about first, I want to talk about my ultimate goal. And with this life experience that I had and realizing, you know, what skill sets I have, I decided that I want to start a foundation. And this foundation, it's called Hybrids of Hope. You can see the webpage being built and hopefully up here pretty soon, but hybridsofhope.org is an organization that I'm starting because of this life experience. And what that organization is going to help do is it's going to help families with sick children get into viable transportation. I'm hoping to put everybody in a hybrid if I can that needs a car. But we're not just going to work with families with sick kids. We're also going to work with veterans, with single parents or families that are just struggling that need a car. Um, I've felt very strongly about this for quite some time, and the hard part about it was not doing the organization, right? The organization, like that to me is a no-brainer. It's how to fund that organization. It's how to get that organization off and going. And that's when I realized like all this work that I've been doing in the past almost decade now, and especially within the past like 3 to 4 years, based around this right here, these batteries, is going to help contribute to that ultimate goal. Um, and that ultimate goal is really to get my nonprofit organization and really start networking with and helping people get into a uh, reliable vehicle for their family or for whatever need they have that I can help with. Like that is my ultimate goal, and I feel so strongly about that I am doing everything in my power to help that come to fruition. And that's why these boxes are sitting here today. That's one of the reasons these boxes are sitting here today. These boxes are brand new sodium ion hybrid battery modules. And they're going to go in a Toyota Camry. They're for a customer here in my local area. Um, and the customer bought these, just to be clear. The customer purchased these, and I offered my services as installation for exchange of recording this video. And they agreed, and we're going to be doing that in a separate video for this today. But what I want to help you understand is why I've partnered with NextPower, the company that builds these batteries, to bring this forward. With every cell of battery that I can generate, I can take part of that money and I can put it towards the organization. And the organization, what we're doing is we're going to buy a car, we're going to go through the car completely, 100%, make sure everything's good on it. And then we're going to find a family with either a sick child or family in need, or maybe it's a single parent or a veteran. And we're going to give that car to them. And that's what we're going to do. And that's what Hybrids of Hope is going to do for people. But I want to shift gears a little bit and talk about the battery on why I believe putting my reputation on the line for this is actually one of the best things that I could be doing, not only for the community, the hybrid community, but also for uh, my organization, right? So I think first we need to do an unboxing and take a look at what's inside here so we can see how well these modules are built and how well they're put together, and talk about some of the features and benefits of it while we do that. So let's get you over here and do an unboxing. Now, I didn't cut the tape. My customer did because they were really excited to see what was in the boxes here. So I'm not super worried about this tape being cut. But what I want to showcase here is quality, right? And thoughtfulness, and how that trickles down into making a really, really good product. And I cannot thank my good friend Jack enough for staying so dedicated to making a better product. And if you followed any of the things that he's been doing, he's had his struggles of his own, and I champion that guy for being someone who stuck with it and is doing some really good things in the world. I appreciate that for him. But that's not why we're here. It is, but we want to take a look at what is inside the box. If you are going to do a Toyota Camry, you're going to get 2 boxes. If you're doing a Prius, you're going to get 1 box. But I want to first look at how nice the packaging is. Okay, so I'm going to bring you in a little closer. If you've ever gone and picked up a battery from, let's say, the Toyota dealer, right? They have it in a big giant case, and there's all the packing and padding and everything around it, and it looks really nice. Well, Jack and the NextPower team have packaged these and put them together for our sale on our website at mynewbattery.com. And I love that the care I love the care that's been taken here to make sure that nothing is out of place. And then when you pull these out, they come out, they're nice and tight in their package. But let's unbox one of them specifically so we can see how they are put together. Up arrows indicating that's the way that it's got to go up. We have more foam in here, keeping the module nice and tight. And of course, some more on the other side, keeping it nice and tight in there. And here it is. This is our manufactured sodium ion module. If you read about it, some people call them blades. I call them modules. And technically, this is 2 nickel metal hydride modules in one. Now, this is sodium ion, just to be clear. But if you were to get into a regular pack, you would see that 2 of the modules that are in the packs would equal one of these. So that is the overall fit and finish of it. You can see we have the classic prismatic style texture on the sides that's going to help interlock them together. I really appreciate that about it. But I think one of the best features of this is actually its ability to dissipate heat through these gigantic vents through here. Now, if you don't know, one of the killers of batteries failing, and this goes for pretty much any battery, is heat. And what the Next Power team has done here for us is they've given us a lot of ventilation to help get all that heat out. So these batteries will run cooler, even in those really crazy places in the United States, like down in Arizona or over in Death Valley or wherever. This will be able to stay cooler in those hotter temperatures, and the battery is going to be able to perform better. So that's a real big thing that nickel can't provide as of right now, because all those modules are tight together. And while we do get airflow coming up through them, we have a lot better airflow built in around these modules right out of the gate. So our heating and cooling performance, top notch. Now, there's something else that I want to talk about in regards to temperature. With the extreme temperatures that some of these hybrids live in, batteries function at different temperatures, and they function differently, meaning that if it's really cold, the car may struggle to perform when it's cold in the morning. And by cold, I mean in the negatives. One of the good things about this chemistry, about sodium ion, and this is something that a really big battery corporation, CATL, has also found out, is that sodium ion will function clear down into negative 40 degrees. So this battery can withstand extreme cold temperatures, and it will perform as such. But not only that, it can handle a higher heat load than nickel can. Up to 140 degrees, we're still getting that performance that we need out of a hybrid battery when that car's hot. Like I said, if we're in Death Valley, we're deep down in Arizona or somewhere, Las Vegas area, these really hot places in the country, these batteries will perform better than nickel. Now, let's talk about the comparison real quick of sodium versus nickel. There's a lot of refurbished batteries out there. And a refurbished battery, you can pay anywhere from, I've seen the lowest that I've ever seen a refurbished battery, I think with a 6-month warranty, right? You get about $900. And I've seen some of the other ones, some other refurbished batteries that go as high as $2,000, right? So we've got this really big swing. But here's the thing that you have to understand about refurbished batteries. I don't care who you are, all right? A refurbished battery is a used battery. It just is. It has wear on it, has tear on it, and yes, reconditioning does help with that. When it comes down to it, it is a used battery. Now, there are people out there that are very thorough and they do good work with reconditioning, and sometimes you can get a lot of miles out of them. However, reconditioned batteries and the modules that go into those packs have been out there for so long, we're starting to see in that part of the industry more failures because of that. And now we don't have the same supply of used modules like we used to. And so we're not getting the same quality of refurb batteries that we once did. That's where this comes into play. So instead of having, a 1 or 2 year warranty that, some of these refurbished batteries were giving you, and I think even getting a new OEM battery from the dealer, you're still only getting a 36-month warranty. What we're offering now is an optional platinum 10-year warranty. It's a little bit extra, but we will warranty this battery for up to 10 years. Nobody else is doing that. And the reason that we're doing that is because we believe and we feel very strongly that this emerging technology, the sodium ion technology, is the future for not only hybrid battery replacements, but hopefully our EVs and other types of like 12-volt batteries out there as well. Sodium ion is really a really good technology, and again, it's one of those elements that's abundant on Earth. We have the ability to create and not destroy our environment. Let's circle back here just for a second and talk about that warranty. Like I said, with a lot of the refurbished batteries that are out there, you may get a 6-month warranty, you may get a 12-month warranty, a 24-month warranty. There was a company out there that was offering a lifetime warranty, but they've since rescinded that because of what I just explained about how the used modules in the market, once they're done, they're done. Like there's a certain point where you can't recondition anymore. And because we've depleted so much of that, now we're having to look for other options on how to get people into new. And with the dealer being kind of the only option at that point, that really hinders how we, it was a lot of money. And I want to talk about price affordability because, I called around to I don't know how many dealers and got different pricing on Gen 2 and Gen 3 batteries. And I got pricing anywhere from like $2,700 up to like $4,500. Prices are all over the map. And that was before installation and before diagnosis, because the dealer's not going to just replace the battery based on what you're going to tell them. They're going to want to diagnose it. They're going to charge you for that. They're going to want to make sure they get their cut. And as of January 1st, 2025, new OEM batteries from the dealer some of them doubled in price, and some of them more than doubled. So they became even more expensive, which tells me a few things, but I'm not really going to get into that. These batteries for your Prius, they start out at around $2,200. It's incredibly affordable. Now, that's just the battery modules. We are now connected with a supplier that also has new wire sensing harnesses, new bus bars, new nuts. And we're going to be working with another supplier to also get us remanufactured computer ECUs. Now, computer ECUs, they are not going to fall into the same, like you don't recondition those. If the plug is good, the reason that we're going to offer those is because sometimes if you live in a high humidity climate, the wire sensing harness, because of the nickel leaking its electrolyte onto the harness, it will corrode it, and sometimes that corrosion can work all the way down to the plug that goes into the ECU. So we're going to be offering replacement parts for that as well. So we're doing something now that is beyond the dealer, and we're doing it for a more affordable price. So we've talked about temperature. Sorry about that. Box is flying away there. So we've talked about temperature. We've talked about how our improved design here is going to help wick away heat. It's going to keep that battery in a better operating range. We've also talked about warranty. We're offering a 10-year additional platinum warranty, which you can do that at checkout. And we've talked about all the accessories that we have available as far as wire sensing harnesses, bus bars, nuts, and why that happens, right? We want to make sure that we have good, clean connections on here because any corrosion that's in our way just inhibits electron flow, and that does result in either error codes or poor performance. And that's why when you buy a battery from the dealer, they include all of those things, right? Because they already know that that's got to be replaced. So what we are asking our consumers to do is before you do your battery install, check your harness, especially on the plugs and the ECU to verify they are free from corrosion so we can continue to honor your warranty. So best in class warranty, best in class thermal properties. It is non-toxic. Like I said, sodium is everywhere. We're not going to do any like rare earth metal mining or anything like that. We're not creating giant lithium mines or nickel mines or cobalt mines. We have a way to now put out a product that is actually beneficial, right, and helpful to making that big movement of change in battery technology. And now it's not only the Next Power company that is doing this, but it's also other companies like I mentioned CATL, that big Chinese battery company that's been doing work with Tesla and building Tesla batteries in different countries. So even though this is emerging technology, it's already caught the attention of major players. And that's another reason that we feel very strongly about pushing the sodium batteries out to more people, is because we believe that there is a strong future for this. So that is just another reason that we've decided to go with it. You can see right here, Next Power is labeled right there. And I'm very grateful for this opportunity. If you have not already, head over to mynewbattery.com. That's mynewbattery.com. And if you're not ready to buy today, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We are offering right now $100 off any battery purchase. And we are also going to, again, offer that 10-year warranty for you. And we're going to have the sensing harnesses, the bus bars, the nuts all on there. And I'll tell you what, if you really don't know about this battery just yet, continue to watch all the videos that we're going to put out. Continue to follow us on our social media. Find us on Instagram at My New Battery. Find us on Facebook at My New Battery. Please like and subscribe here to the channel. I'm probably going to switch gears a little bit and actually start a My New Battery YouTube channel so we can continue to cover all the different installation videos, all the good things that we have to say about these sodium-ion batteries. So I've got to get busy and start doing an install on this, but I want to thank you so much for being a part of my cause today, being a part of not only mynewbattery.com, but hybridsofhope.org. And I'm hoping to have more information coming along with that here very soon. But I cannot thank all my viewers enough for, even if you don't watch my videos that often, thank you for at least subscribing and helping me do something great and give back to where I can give back. That's my ultimate goal, my ultimate mission. And it's always possible, but it is even more possible with people who subscribe and like that page to my channel. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and we'll see you in our next installation video.